All right, guys, we're gonna talk about how to get those big, juicy, fat, capped shoulders without taking steroids, without even using supplements, training a few days a week. Because that's what I do. That's the approach that I utilize to build an amazing physique, stay lean. Intermittent fasting, strength training a few days a week. But here's how it works. I've written about this quite extensively, but building capped shoulders is really about two things. Getting really strong on shoulder presses. If you get strong on overhead presses, that's gonna give you, drive about 80% of that growth. And then a lot of high volume lateral raises, rear delts, rest pause style. I've done another video about that. If you wanna check it out, go here. But recently I've been hearing a lot of people saying that, you know what, you don't need to do shoulder pressing because shoulder pressing hits the front delts the hardest, and you get enough work on the front delt simply by doing benching, incline pressing, so on and so forth, and that the best thing to do for shoulders is just isolation, lateral raises. I fucking disagree completely, because here's the reality. Just as an experiment a couple years ago, I tried that. I built up some great size on my shoulders with my superhero bulking program, and I was like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. So I cut out all shoulder pressing, double down on lateral raises, and guess what? Within 2 weeks, my shoulders were smaller. Because here's the thing, you can look at studies and research and find out that, okay, you know what? Your medial delt isn't getting hit as hard on overhead pressing as it is on lateral raises, or there's less isolation, if you will. But the reality is how strong are you gonna fucking get on lateral raises? Not very strong. Are you gonna build up to 100-pound lateral raises? No. You're so limited in strength growth from lateral raises that it's not gonna be the main driver. Contrarily, you can get someone that's weak and can barely shoulder press 80 pounds, you can build them up to 140, 150, 160, 170 pounds. You're pretty much adding, you can add 60 to 100 pounds to your overhead press. That's what's gonna result in growth. It's progressive overload. That's the #1 driver. So whether or not, shoulder pressing really hits the lateral raise, the medial delt that hard, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is it's gonna produce the most muscle growth. So the way I outline it is like this. Overhead pressing is gonna produce most of the muscle growth. That's what's gonna create a lot of that size and density. High rep, high volume lateral raises will give you that icing on top of the cake, the little bit of volume. You're not gonna grow, you're not gonna build a ton of muscle from just high reps. It's gonna give you that fluid, that nice, full pump look, but the main, the structure, the meat and potatoes is having that strength. Simply put, you're not gonna be shoulder pressing 100-pound dumbbells for reps with small shoulders, but you could be spending hours doing lateral raises and have small shoulders. Now, just to set the stage here, I got 185 on the barbell here. I'm gonna do some overhead presses for, we'll see, 4 or 5 reps. I'm only 170 pounds, pretty lean. So if you can build up to doing overhead presses with your body weight for 5 reps, your shoulders will be amazing. You throw some lateral raises, rear delts in there, rest pause style, you'll hit natural, full, capped shoulders. So let's get into it. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but just the main point is shoulder press. Get strong on shoulder presses, ideally reverse pyramid style. That's what I talk about. Now let's get into it. So I'm 170, I did 185 for 5. That's almost 10% over my body weight. So that's how you build big shoulders. Get strong on the overhead pressing, and then the icing on the cake is the lateral raises, the rear delts. You need both. If I was to stop shoulder pressing, even if I was doing tons of heavy incline, my shoulders wouldn't build as much. And similarly, just compare the difference between doing an overhead press and an incline press, because someone also told me that, oh, we're getting enough work on the front delts from incline pressing. Okay, feel the difference. Do 3, 4 sets of incline. Okay, how much do you honestly feel in your shoulders? Contrarily, do 3, 4 sets of standing presses, seated dumbbell shoulder presses. It's a completely different stimulus. The idea that you're gonna build the best shoulders just without shoulder pressing is completely asinine. So if you want to build big shoulders, you need to do shoulder presses. If you want to build an amazing back as efficiently and effectively as possible, you need weighted chin-ups. If you want to build a great chest with thick, upper chest development, you need incline presses. And actually a lot of people say, oh, reverse bench hits the upper chest more. In theory, it makes sense if that's what the study shows, that you get more upper chest activation from reverse bench, but in practice, it doesn't work that well. Try doing reverse benching. You're not gonna feel as good of a chest stimulus as incline presses. So, take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. What really matters is your results, your individual experience. And you know what, if you really want, don't just take my advice. Fuck my advice, fuck me. Try building shoulders without shoulder pressing. And it's possible that you can do it. But from my experience and the thousands of people that have gone through my programs and have built incredible shoulders, shoulder pressing is a key ingredient. If you guys want to learn more and you want to find out exactly how to build an amazing physique, go over here, kinobody.com/survey, take the physique survey. I'm gonna pretty much figure out what physique category you fall into and then pretty much coach you on how to get to the next level. Lean down, build muscle, add that density. So take that survey. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you want more of these videos, and subscribe. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Oh, quick, last tip. The best way to milk out as much muscle growth as possible from overhead presses, from shoulder presses, is reverse pyramid. Hit your first set nice and heavy after a little bit of a warm up. 4 or 5 reps, then go down 10%, rest a few minutes. Go down 10% and try and hit about 6-7 reps. And then do one more set around 8 to 10 reps. This is called reverse pyramid training. It will actually trigger the most muscle growth. I'll put the link to the reverse pyramid training article in the description so you can learn more, so you don't have to create like 9 videos in one. Thanks again for watching.